This is West African Voice Network.
Thanks for keeping it locked on West African Voice Network. This is Newswave and I am Sangdona Mendy. Here are today's top stories. Nigeria secures $652 million China loan from key US project. Nigeria has secured $652 million in funding from China's Exim Bank to build a major road linking the Lekki Deep Sea Port and Dangote refinery in Lagos to several southern states. Public Works Minister David Umahi says the project was approved by Federal Executive Council chaired by President Bola Tinubu. The new route will serve as a key trade corridor, easing the movement of goods from the port, Africa's largest refinery, and a fertilizer plant to at least dozens of states. And now to Côte d'Ivoire, where a new political coalition is calling for sweeping electoral reforms ahead of this year's presidential election. The recent formed Coalition for Peaceful Change, known as CAP Côte d'Ivoire, is demanding a revision of the electoral list and the publication of results by polling station. The group, which brings together several opposition parties, has also raised concerns over the impartiality of the country's Independent Electoral Commission. The coalition is urging for an open political dialogue and has announced it will hold its first official meeting on 31 May. Formed in March, CAP Côte d'Ivoire does not include the party of former President Laurent Gbagbo. However, the group's coordinator, Tijan Cham, has himself been struck from the electoral list. His removal follows a controversial court ruling in April, which claimed he lost his Ivorian citizenship in 2022. Other prominent opposition figures, including Gbagbo and Charles Blé Godi, have also been barred from running due to past convictions. The final list of eligible presidential candidates is expected to be published on 20th June. And now to Ghana, where the Supreme Court dismisses injunction against petitions to remove Chief Justice Torkornoo. The Supreme Court has, by a 3-2 majority, dismissed an application seeking to halt proceedings on petitions for the removal of Chief Justice Gertrude Torkornoo. The ruling, delivered on Tuesday, saw Justice Harriet Mensah and Ernest Gao dissenting, while the majority held that the case should proceed without delay. The court announced that its full reasoning will be made public on March 21st. The injunction application was part of a broader legal challenge surrounding the Chief Justice suspension, raising significant constitutional quotations regarding due process and judicial independence. Lawyers opposing the suspension argued that moving forward with the petitions before addressing preliminary legal concerns would undermine the integrity of the judicial process. However, majority of justices disagreed, ruling that there were insufficient grounds to justify a suspension of proceedings at this stage. Tuesday's decisions follows earlier controversy over the composition of the panel. We move now to the Sahel. In Niger, authority launched strategic initiative to strengthen energy sector. Nigerian authorities on Tuesday held a high-level meeting in Niamey to launch a strategic initiative aimed at strengthening the country's energy sector and enhancing coordination of projects in this critical area. The meeting, co-chaired by the Ministry of State, Minister of the Interior, Public Security and Territorial Administration, General Mohammed Tumba, and the Minister responsible for energy, Professor Amadou Hawa, brought together senior officials from both ministries to explore effective mechanisms for implementing current and future energy projects. Discussions centered on optimizing the implementation of programs in the energy sector, reviewing conditions for the successful execution of ongoing and upcoming projects, and ensuring their alignment with the national development goals. The energy sector is considered a strategic area for the socio-economic development of the country. That's where we leave it for today's edition. Stay connected and join the conversation on X, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Just follow us at WAVN News. For exclusive videos and behind-the-scene content, follow us on TikTok and YouTube at West African Voice Network. Want to engage even more? Join our vibrant WhatsApp community by scanning the QR code on your screen. For in-depth stories and regional insights, visit us anytime at wavn.org. I am Sangdona Mendy. Thank you for watching.